Hello ladies and gentlemen, Reginald Scott here, and today you join me for a little bit of bike maintenance. I've got a few top tips for you to do with protecting your bike against the elements and how to make life a little bit easier for yourself using the power of grease. So the first tip right away is behind the fork here, behind the brake caliper over here, there is a hole. Allow me to get my torch so we can see that a little bit better. There we go, there's a hole there. Now that hole there basically contains the bolt to hold that caliper on. What I like to do is to plug that hole with something, and what I'm using at the moment is quite a viscous silicone grease that's transparent, so I can actually see the bolt in there, and the bolt is in good condition, it's not rusting or anything. And I do that because as this wheel turns, the tyre flicks up all sorts of road muck and debris up underneath my fork, and I noticed in the past that if I didn't plug this hole with something, then not only would I have to dig out loads of muck and dirt and mud that would be dried and almost sealed in there, but also corrosion would occur, and that would make taking the bolt off quite difficult. So I found if I just stuck a bit of silicone grease in there, plug that hole up, make it watertight, not only would that make it easier to get the bolt out, but also sort of protect that part of the bike from corrosion which can occur. And I found that really useful. So there's a top tip, just passing on to you. It probably would be just as good, maybe even better, to use a silicone bathroom sealant. I might consider doing that in the future. It was an idea I had recently. Because I thought, well, that would then be, you'd be able to clean that as well when you wash the bike. When I wash my bike at the moment, dirt still remains stuck to that grease. It doesn't bother me because I know behind that layer of dirt the grease is clean, and so is the bolt. But if you use bathroom sealant, like silicone sealant, you would be able to pick that out really easily with a thin Allen key or something at the side of the road if you ever needed to do emergency maintenance. And it would probably come out in one dollop as well, so it wouldn't leave any residue, whereas this grease does. But yeah, definitely consider plugging that hole up to make life easier for you in the future. So the other tip I have for you is helping to remove your pedals from your crank arm. Often people struggle with this because they found the pedals have basically welded themselves in and bound in so tight that it makes it very difficult to get them removed. I find a good solution for this is to put some grease on the threads. The grease I would recommend is copper grease. It doesn't have any negative impact on the pedal. It doesn't mean that the pedal's going to fall out while you're riding or anything like that. You just tighten it up as normal when you put the pedal in to the specified tension that the manufacturer recommends. But I find that when you come to loosen that pedal off or take that pedal off, the copper grease really aids in preventing those two surfaces from binding together, and means that you can really remove your pedal quite easily. So that's what I recommend. Try getting yourself some copper grease and popping it on the thread there before you put your pedals in. And I will just demonstrate to you now really how easy it is to remove your pedals once you put some copper grease on there. So I haven't had these pedals off in several months. In fact, I've been doing a lot of riding on them. So I'll just whip them off now to kind of demonstrate to you how easy it can actually be. What? Huh. Well, I wasn't expecting that. That's about as useful as a chocolate spanner. Hang on a minute. Oh, it is a chocolate spanner. Oh, there you go. Okay, folks, thanks for watching. Yummy. And as usual, stay safe.